demonstrator in Canada, and I am so happy to be here with you on this Sunday afternoon. It is Sunday, December 27th. The countdown is on. I hope you all had a fabulous Christmas few days celebrating the holidays, whether it be together if you were lucky enough or virtually as we were. Here in Ontario, we are in lockdown until the end of January in an effort to get control of the virus. So anyhow, I thought let's just pop on live today. I've been crafting away and I thought I would pop on and share what I have come up with. So give me just one moment to flip you around. In the meantime, please say hello to me. I have to bring you up on my iPad, so hopefully I'll be able to see your comments, but please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from and give me those thumbs up. If there's a red button, you are live. If not, you are watching the replay. Please still comment. I always go back and do read your comments. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Please click that subscription button below so that you don't miss any future videos from me. So hold on one second while we flip you around. There is my ceiling and my window. And I'm just going to loosen my Archon mount. My awesome hubby had gone ahead and gave my Archon mount some a spray of Jigaloo. I don't have a can in here as it was so super duper stiff, and oh my gosh, what a difference it has made. All right, so can I bring you up live here? Okay, so yes, it has made a huge difference for flipping my camera around. So thank you, Brad. All right, so let's see, we are in camera view. I think my height is okay. So I am playing with the Lots of Heart bundle. This is actually my January, the beginning of January class. The sign up deadline is January the 7th. So I've been playing away with it yesterday and this morning, coming up with my class cards. So this gorgeous stamp set is photopolymer, making it super easy to line up. And then the coordinating dies, there's 15 dies in here, guys. Look at this. Look at all of these amazing dies. So then plus these two here that we are going to be playing with today. And I'm just like, this one here, where is it? Okay. This one here cuts out just the shape of the heart. How fun is that? And then of course this one here gives you just the die cutting that. It does not die cut the entire heart out. It gives that imprint there in the shape of the heart. So we have kisses and hugs, we have hearts, we have flowers, we have, these are two different sized hearts, a little die cut for this flower here. So we've got three different sizes of hearts here, plus this heart strip. So much fun. Some leaves, a butterfly, and a bird. And this is the bird's wing. So this one here, oh, I love this outline with the stitching and the scalloping. And this one here, this is what we're playing with. So let me show you. Let me just move this stuff out of my way. And this is what, hello, Bernadine from Western Pennsylvania. Welcome. Okay, so this is the card that I created. I think it is just so beautiful. I haven't even taken a still photo of it yet. And no, I don't have it blogged, so my measurements, I will get to that later on, the measurements, but this is my standard 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5.5. And then we've got your basic black, and then my designer series paper is Hydrangea Hill Designer Series paper. This package, if you watched my video of my unboxing with my designer series paper, oh my gosh, this stuff is just beautiful. So it's this pattern here, the large pattern of the stripes, and it is like a watercolor image. And then the back, oh, isn't that beautiful? But I wanted to come up with the purples today. I'm feeling purple today. So this is what I came up with. Now I've die cut this out of the vellum, and this is die cut with my thick whisper white, and I've colored it with markers with my Stampin' blends. So I have used both the light and the dark Highland Heather, and then the light Granny Apple Green. So let's just move this stuff out of my way. All right. So let's get stamping or die cutting here. So this is found on page 15 of your January to June mini catalog. And the stamp set itself is 23. The dies are 49, but you save yourself 10% if you purchase it as a bundle. If it's offered as a bundle, I always take that option. So I've got my thick whisper white here and my heart. That is, the die is got the leaves and flowers. So we are just going to put you down, and I'm using my standard, my large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Yes, the January to June's, well, they are, you would have got, if you're not a demonstrator, you can request one from a demonstrator. It goes live on January 5th. So this is what, let me close it up. I'm not allowed to show you the inside. Let me just move this out of the way just for a moment. In case you haven't seen, this is what the January to June mini catalog looks like. And Bernadine, I have a girlfriend in the United States, Diana Gibbs, Stamping with Die. If you were to request a catalog from her, I know for a fact she would be happy to get one sent out to you. We actually are starting a collaboration in January. We're going to be creating monthly classes together, so that if you're in the United States, you sign up with Diana, and if you're in Canada, you sign up with me. Okay, so as you can see, our heart is die cut out. I'm not going to worry about getting all of those little bits and bobs out of there quite yet, because I am in Ontario, Canada. So I cannot send across the border. But like I said, I have a very good friend that is in the United States that can help you out with getting you a catalog in your hands as soon as possible. So now this is vellum, and I've just cut a piece that would fit my heart. So as you can see, I'm just going to turn it slightly so that to make sure that it fits as well as possible, so that we've got a nice solid die cut image. All right. And there we have that. Okay, let's move this out of the way now. And here is our beautifully cut vellum heart. I wanted to, I pulled out all kinds of designer series paper and other papers to figure out what color I wanted my background heart to be, and decided that no color at all was my best option. So I'm just poking out all these little bits here, and then I'll just scooch them out of the way into my garbage bin. Okay. Hello, Mary. How are you? Thanks for joining. How is that new little great grandbaby doing? Okay, so we have now all these little bits here. All right, so scooch that, get that in the garbage. And then I'm going to bring in a piece, another piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to color in my leaves and vines and my flowers. So, oh, doesn't want to sit down because I've got one more little in there. So I'm just like going up to the edge there so that I'm not coloring in where that flower is going to be. And I'm going to show you when I'm done here, if you're not wanting to color, an option you can do. This is going to take me just a few moments. And I'm not doing any shading or anything like that. I am just coloring in. And bring that line there. I find if I turn my project that I'm working on, it's easier than reaching over. Just looking to see where each bit of vine and leaf is. So I can't look for comments while I'm doing this. So how was everyone's holiday so far? Are you keeping busy? Are you still eating leftovers? I did not cook a turkey. There's just well, there's 4 of us, but there's only 3 of us that would eat it. And as my daughter, Danny, she is vegetarian. So, and Connor is not a huge turkey fan. So it's a lot of work for a ton of leftovers, and I just wasn't feeling it. So we had snacky finger foods. So I'm just coloring in. The brush tip is quicker to use. However, my brush tip on these, as these were my class markers, are a little beat up because before this global pandemic, I was 100% in person. So my all of my supplies got used by a lot of people, which is a good thing. They got lots of love that way, and it shows. Okay, so my smaller little flowers here, I'm using my light Highland Heather. Yeah, I pulled out all the packages of my designer series paper to see what pattern, what color I wanted to go with when I came down here this morning. Do you guys do that? Do you decide what you're doing by the designer series paper, or DSP, as it's lovingly referred to by many crafters? And speaking of DSP, my email went out this morning for my designer series paper share. I had tucked a flyer in all of my catalogs that I mailed out or dropped off in person, but I know that I have people who follow me who are not necessarily have not been a customer as of yet. They just subscribe to my newsletters, so I put out an email. So that is up on my blog as well, all of the details. You can be in any part of Canada and take part in my classes and paper shares, things like that. You just, unfortunately, you cannot, I can't ship product out of country. But like I said, I have a girlfriend in the United States who could help you out with any of your paper crafting needs. So I'm just being kind of careful there so that I don't hit the leaves. All right, turning. And of course this is so super duper fast when you don't have a camera in front of you. It seriously does not take much time at all. Okay. Almost, and one more. Just this little one here. Do you guys like to color? I know some people don't, and that is fine. Okay, let's lift you up and see. Okay, I can see right there, right there. You can go around like that. All right, I think, oh, right there. As I'm not quite close enough, I'm just going around to check. Okay, now I can look up. Oh, Mary, he is so awesome. He's sitting with you. Oh, how sweet. Okay, so there we have, as you can see, I've colored it all in. Now let's bring in my silicone craft sheet. And I've already die cut out. I also held this up to so many different colors. The Granny Apple Green, the Highland Heather, even the Purple Posy, to see what would look best and I settled on black as I thought it really made it pop. So I'm just adding dots here and there. You don't need a lot of adhesive at all. And I find with this, your liquid glue is your best option, as it gives you a moment or two to adjust your project. Okay. So I don't know if you can see that there is so little glue on there, just a tiny bit. All right, so now I'm just going to very carefully take it, and I'm going to line that line up right with the bottom of my heart there, and see how that fits in just perfect. So let's just lift you up. Got just a smidge of glue right there. So you can also flip it over to make sure, and you see that there's nothing hanging out, so I've got that centered quite well. So I'm going to give my glue a moment to dry, and before I go and adhere it to my vellum, so I'm going to take my card base and I'm going to fold it and burnish it with my bone folder. All right. Was Santa good to you guys? Did you get some fun new crafting items? I should have brought it down. It's upstairs. Danny, she painted. She is very, very artistic. She painted everybody something for Christmas. So she made me a beautiful bookmark. It's just gorgeous. But I left it's upstairs. I should have thought enough ahead of time to have it down here to show you. It's just beautiful. Okay, so there's my designer series paper. Again, this is Hydrangea Hill. On my black, and I believe it's 3.5 by 4 3/4. But like I said, the designer series paper that is, and then it's 1/8 of an inch larger on around the basic black. So let's lift that up to make sure, and I think I'm a little wonky here, so just there. Give it a teeny little tug. Okay, so we've had a few moments. Now I find that with my vellum, I find that liquid glue sometimes will make it bubble and ripple. So I'm going to attach with some Stampin' Seal. I am loving this new adhesive from Stampin' Up. All right, so, okay. Oh, I do apologize, that's Buffy. Somebody must be walking by the house. So when I am layering something, I always look at the top. If the top looks fairly even, then I know that when I'm lining it up that I'm going to be pretty much centered. So I look, you know, I'm this point here to this point here, and that my the sides of my heart here look fairly even as well. That means I am doing a pretty good job of getting it centered. Okay, so now I need to, oh, you know what I didn't do? Oops. Oops, back up the bus. I have not, I didn't stamp my sentiment. With lighter colored designer series paper, the pattern paper, you can stamp on it, which is kind of fun to do. So I am taking the Just a Little Note and I'm inking it up in my Tuxedo Black Memento ink here. We have this and the Stays On, but this one here is my ink, black ink of choice. So I always like to put my, whatever it is I'm going to be putting on, I like to put it loosely on there so that I can see whereabouts I need to be putting my sentiment. It gives me, I like to eyeball it, as I like to say. It gives me an idea as to my positioning. So I could go all the way down or I could go a little higher, but I'm going to use this line right here. And because it's got the line, hopefully, I've just stamped that straight. I just got a little too excited there and whoop, I did it. Woohoo! I stamped it straight. That is incredible. I thought, oh no, I might have just wrecked my card by not stamping it before I adhered it, but I didn't wreck it. So, all right. So we need to be snipping some of our edges here. We always use up all these little bits. They are perfect. So we're gonna put some on here. You got totally spoiled, Mary. That's wonderful. And having a new little one to be buying things for, oh, that is always so much fun. Buying for the littles, I always find is so enjoyable. It really lifts your spirits, I think, when you get to go shopping for the little people. Okay, so now we are going to I'm just lining the tips of my heart with that line right there. Now I'm going to take my liquid glue and put a little dab in between the center of each of the flowers there. All right, and then grab my rhinestones here, because I always like to say, even though they are adhesive backed, I like to make sure that my rhinestone or any of my embellishments, when I put it on something, I like to make sure they're not going anywhere. So I always add a little bit of liquid glue just to make sure that it's not. Okay, so then I want to add just a couple here just to accentuate. So we're going to go a dot here and a dot here. And actually, let's lift you up, that little one, and put you here, and take a medium-sized, and I think that there should be enough glue there still. Put a medium-sized one there on that bigger flower, and then there. Oh, such a pretty card and so easy. Now, if you are not a fan of coloring, I have something to show you here. This card, this heart here, This is just die cut out with the cardstock. So I die cut out my heart, my floral heart, in my Granny Apple Green first. And then I took this die here and I die cut in Highland Heather. And then I went ahead and die cut again in Purple Posy. And look at how close that looks to that. So this is colored with the markers, the Stampin' the Stampin' Blends, the alcohol-based markers. And this one here is just your cardstock. So all you do is, to get this heart, yes, it's a little bit of die cutting, but that's okay. Doesn't take too awful long, and it's easier to see on your cardstock, your colored cardstock rather than your Whisper White. So if you're not a fan of coloring, having these extra dies that are included with this makes it so much more user-friendly. Okay, so I'm just going to flip it over, place it down on my die-cut black heart. Just give it a scooch over to, whoop. And there we've got that on. Let's bring this in here so that I don't get glue anywhere. So now, I always say it's easier if you have the opportunity to add your adhesive to your larger elements. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our glue. Let's just zoom you in a bit here. So we're going to take our glue and we are going to add a few dots. Pick up one of our tiny little Purple Posy blooms. Put that over top. Give it a little push there to adjust its placement. And see, this way you're not getting glue all over your fingers by putting those teeny tiny little dots of glue. So you pick up your big one, line it up, and give it a little push so that it's centered over top of that bloom, and there you have it. Easy peasy, and we like easy peasy, don't we? So isn't that just so cute? So like I said, you can color it in, or you can just die cut your flowers a couple times and do this with any color you want, and just play away. So before I go, I want to give you a look at the cards that we're going to be doing in the class. All right, so is that, all right, so let's move that aside. Okay, so this is the one idea. I want to give you lots of ideas. So this is the one card. This is not part of the class. This is just an added bonus type of card to show you, but these are the 3 cards. So my class is, you're going to get the supplies to create 6 cards, 3 designs, 2 of each. Hello, Trisha. Thanks for joining. First time catching me live. I haven't been live a whole lot, so all right, so here is the first card. Oh, we are still zoomed in. All right, so here's the first card. Now, I don't know if my camera's going to pick up all of that beautiful Wink of Stella that I have it spritzed with. So this one here, a little bit of shaggy chic there. So what I have done is I have taken that long die and I've just cut it in half after I've die cut it out. So this is that die there. I'm loving these dies. So this is card 1. This is card 2. Again, with the spritz of the Wink of Stella. And this is, I don't remember the name of this designer series paper. And then we also have that cute little heart embellishment there. A couple of the matte black dots. And then this is card number 3. So these are the 3 cards that are the styles of cards you're going to be creating with the Lots of Heart stamp set. So you will get a email with the PDFs, and in the PDF will be the embedded link to a private unlisted YouTube video for you to watch and create along with me. So, and you will get a complete list of all the supplies and measurements so that you can recreate yourself at home. Nothing will be stamped, but all of the die cutting will be done for you. You just have to stamp, color, and create. So that is all for me today, unless you have some questions for me. I'm just going to take a look and see. So Mary says the best present is the little guy. Yes. Yes, I bet. There's nothing like a brand new little person to bring that feeling of joy and happiness, right? All right, so I am going to sign off, and if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. You can email me, message me. I don't have a pen. Let me just, here we go. So, I'm looking for a piece of, all right, so my email is Marcy at stampinwithmarcy.com. So if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out. Don't forget to comment on my video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you're in Canada and would like a catalog, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you currently work with, I would love to get one out in the mail to you as soon as possible. So just reach out and give me your mailing address, and I would be happy to get one off to you. So I will say bye for now, and I will see you next time.